Let's start with your reading, Pisces. Today, we are going to look into your recent past, current energies, and near future. And then we will immediately clarify in order to find out more details about your messages. Now, let's start right away with your reading. Wow. Wow. Okay. You got some major cards over here. The Star, the Nine of Cups, and the Tower back then, and the Sun. All right. As just anticipated, the main energy for the reading is the Sun. Beautiful card to have, obviously, as your main energy, Pisces. This is the card that talks about happiness, the card that talks about feeling light and not burdened down by worries, but by the thought of what could have been or the thought of what it will be of a situation in the future. For those of you who are now thinking that you're not feeling this way at all, this card is suggesting that you're working your way towards that, and that this happiness you've been looking for lately is closer than you might think. So, beautiful message. Let's see what this is about. First of all, in the recent past, we have the Ace of Wands and the Star. There is something here that entered your life, entered your mind, and made you really dream big, you know? You made a wish back then, and you have been patiently waiting for it to happen. At times, some of you have been feeling depressed, but have been trying to fight it by standing in what you believe in, knowing that things are going to work out eventually. You are the dreamer of the zodiac, and that really is your superhero power, Pisces. You have this light in you, and in the darkest of times, you find your way towards it. It's not easy, but you are strong, Pisces. Stronger than you might think, actually. We'll see what this is about when we clarify, okay? In the present, Nine of Cups and the Tower, there is a very strong power shift going on in your current situation. You might be at the very beginning stage of it or close to the end of it, some of you. Overall, we see how you are changing your mind about something, about someone, and also you're changing your focus, your attention when it comes to this, when it comes to something that perhaps you have been wishing for a long time. There is a lot that we need to look into with this Tower, this Nine of Cups, and we'll do so when we come back to this and clarify, okay? In the near future, we have Justice and Knight of Wands. This is where things are starting to get real interesting. So far, it feels like you're letting go of a fight, letting go of an expectation, perhaps, and you are just releasing it into the universe in order to do its thing. But here with the Knight of Wands and the Justice, we see something that comes right back to you. Someone impulsive who comes in with passion, with determination, wanting to maybe fix things or wanting to just bring justice into the situation, wanting to give back to you what you have given to them. Something that will create positive momentum and something that will potentially make you see that you weren't the only one wishing upon that star. We'll see what this is about. So, Pisces, let's start clarifying and let's begin with your recent past. The Devil, the Knight of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles with the Page of Wands. You know, Pisces, one of the reasons why you have this amazing inner strength is because you have definitely gone through a lot in your life. You really have experienced rock bottom, and you always manage to bounce back and to come back up from it every single time. You know, the devil is really a representation of all the hard times you had to go through, all of those things that you thought were going to help you grow, help you expand, but that instead ended up just hindering you and blocking you in so many ways. And what I see here is that most times you have come back from it on your own without the support of anyone. At the time, it might have felt unfair, you know, not having anyone to support you. But those are the moments that built your character and that showed you how strong you are. You'll never know your own strength until it's tested by adversity. And you know that very well right here. The cards want you to know that this is your power, knowing how dark life can get and how you're always going to come out of it. This really helps you put in perspective everyday issues. And with the star right there, we see how this is going to make you go like, you know what, whatever. Doesn't matter what that person thinks or how long it will take for this to happen. I'm fine. I'm alive. I'm strong. I know I can survive anything. So your games or your indecision will not impact me. Not for a long period of time at least, because I know better. And I know I'll be fine no matter what. You really are amazing, Pisces. Don't forget that. All right, let's see what's going on in the present. Let's clarify the current energies. King of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Oh, Death Rebirth with the King of Cups. You know, it feels like you are turning your back to something for the time being, at least. You're not wanting to give that up, don't get me wrong, but you definitely feel ready to change your approach when it comes to this. You might be feeling as though the harder you try, the farther it gets. And you're ready for it to come to you this time instead of chasing it all over the place, right? There is still this underlying hope for inner happiness and emotional fulfillment, and that is really not gonna go anywhere. But what you're adding to that now is the truth. Something you're telling yourself on the lines of, I've been waiting and waiting for something that doesn't even exist yet. Or better, something that doesn't exist in the outer world, but that exists inside of me. I was waiting on this person, waiting on the universe to materialize this for me. Whereas instead, it's my job to bring it to life. In other words, here, Pisces, you're not waiting anymore to be happy, not waiting anymore to start living your life. You understand now that happiness is a choice and that choosing to be happy is always the first step towards long-term happiness. You are letting go of something for the time being. And what you might not know, given the following cards as well, is that this was the right step to make, because this thing you're letting go of will make its way to you soon. So definitely an interesting turn of events. Let's see what that's about. We see how right here, there's a lot of love coming towards you. Something that has moved slow, but soon will change its pace. So let's clarify the near future energy. Okay. Two of Wands. Okay. Eight of Cups. Nine of Cups once again. And the Emperor with strength. Yes. So clearly, this is where positive things are finally starting to happen without you having to do much at all, actually, at least for now. You recognize now that you have been so so specific when it came to your vision, thinking about with whom it had to happen, when and how. Whereas now, as we were saying, you're just releasing it into the universe, setting your expectations with the Two of Wands, knowing deep down that sooner or later it's going to happen for you. Therefore, you're not feeling the urge for it and not trying to manifest it at all cost. Oh my God, at all cost. Sorry about that. Right here, I see that you're not putting all of your energies into it. You are leaving room for someone else to do it instead. This Knight of Wands, in fact. It looks like someone is going to take your place over here. Someone comes in wanting to fight for this. We see from the Eight of Cups to the Nine of Cups, going from not caring about this much, feeling detached from this, to instead, next step, wishing for this, wanting this as well. We see how right here someone is going to throw words around such as spiritual connection, soulmate connection. Definitely not beating around the bush at all, you know. This is very powerful, very passionate, and potentially life-changing from what I see so far. With strength, ooh, and right behind it, the star. And I do see the Ten of Cups down here, by the way. Right here, we see someone who is going to be vulnerable with you. Someone who's going to reveal everything they haven't revealed so far. And look who's wishing upon that star right now. I mean, this is a 180. This is definitely something powerful. So, how all of this is going to evolve in the future, Pisces. So far, we've seen that in order to really achieve what you're trying to achieve right now, you need to let it go. I know that it's counterintuitive and it feels wrong, but once you let this go, it will come back to you. Make your wants want you. This is your mantra for the next few weeks, the next few months, okay? Now, let's keep going with the reading and let's see the potential of this energy when it comes to the future. What should you expect from this in the next few months? And what else you have coming your way now that you are finally focusing on yourself, that you are not trying to chase around things that instead should chase you? Let's look into this more. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Pisces, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended reading to offer them a 100% free, personal, live, 45-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning to confirm. Please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Pisces. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the incoming events is the Ace of Cups. And this is a beautiful card to have at this point, not only because it talks about awakening of new feelings, feeling definitely connected emotionally to this incoming situation, but also great communication, exciting love offer, a love that it's meant to be and exactly something that you were looking for. We've seen it throughout the whole reading with the star energy, the Nine of Cups coming up twice, the star coming up twice, but also right here, we've seen the Ten of Cups down there, and we see the sum of these two cards, 9 plus 1, we see that 10 of Cups hidden in plain sight. There is something overall really, really beautiful coming your way here. And it's really going to make it all worth it. Everything you had to go through up to this point, everything that really made you feel as though this was never going to happen, all that time waiting and waiting, that maybe at times, actually, very often, you thought it was time wasted. Right now, it's all going to pay off. And it's all going to show you that you haven't wasted time at all. You haven't wasted time at all. But that this was meant to happen all along. So let's see then what you should expect in the near future from this. Let's clarify this Ace of Cups. And let's see what you have coming your way. And then we'll see how it's bound to evolve. Knight, Knight of Cups with the Ace of Wands, the Magician, and the Fool. Wow. This really is going to shock you. I see you right here speechless. I see you right here not believing your eyes, not believing what your ears are actually hearing, and mainly because there is no room for misunderstandings here. This is someone coming in straightforward, clear, and it's definitely the opposite of everything you've seen from this so far. First of all, we see the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Someone is